put your hands together for the amazing, incomparable, amazing guy from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Would you welcome Mr. Rich Praytor?
It's a long walk all the way over there. Give it up for Mike Williams. Mike Williams. Great. Thank you for letting us be here tonight. No, really, I want to thank you for letting me be here tonight because I've got a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old and my wife is pregnant. So thank you for letting me be here in this particular part of the country tonight. Get to sleep in a hotel room by myself. This is great. I love having kids. I learned everything about bringing up kids by my dad because my dad's kind of a, you know when dads get married, he's kind of, they kind of develop. He's kind of big boned. He's kind of husky. He was fat. I'm not gonna lie, he was a man of few words. He gave me that one word advice like, hey, I need to talk to you. Don't. Stop. And like I said, as a big guy, right, I just want to get in trouble. He's like, Rich, come here. I heard what happened at school. I'm just going to have to whip you, son. I'm sorry. I'm just going to have to whip you. He take off his belt. I'm going to have to whip you. What, are you going to hit me? You're going to lasso me? What's going on? One time he told me to be home at 3 o'clock right after school, and I got home at 7:30, and he was livid. I knew he was going to spank me. I was in my room like, what am I going to do? I got to do something. So I grabbed the book, and I shoved it in the back of my pants. Like, yeah, outsmart him. You got to be careful. It's one of those books that talks to you. He went to spank me. He's like, the cow says moo. Hit me again. The donkey says hee-haw. You eat too much Mexican food. Sicko. We had a lot of Mexican food in my house because my mother was Mexican and my dad was German, which would make me a Wiener Schnitzel. Well, some of you guys get that one. I don't know what he means. It was great. We got our 2 kids now, and it's great. You know what I'm worried about? I'm worried about when my kids get older, when they come home from school and they're going to want me to help them with their homework. I'm always worried about that because I wasn't really good academically, especially in math class. Remember word problems? Remember they never made any sense. They were always about trains. Every word problem was like, if train A leaves New York at 7 a.m. going 55 miles an hour, and train B leaves St. Louis at 8 a.m. going 65 miles an hour, how long will it take you to fail this test? Why can't we have word problems we can actually use later on in life? Something like, if I'm going to be work at 8 o'clock and my alarm goes off at 7 o'clock, how many times can I hit the snooze button? Or what about a word problem for going out on a date? That would have saved me a whole lot of trouble. Something like, if I've got a date at 6 o'clock and I eat Taco Bell at 3:30, how many times on the way to her house do I got to roll down my window? The answer is 3. By the way, it's 3. Depending on which combo you have. So you're that kind of crowd. Okay, I got you. I'm reading you loud and clear. It was great. We have kids now. We've been watching. Oh, how many of you guys have kids? Let's see some. So you guys know. So you guys all been watching that Barney. Watching Barney. We watch. You know what? Have you guys ever watched Barney so much you just wish a velociraptor would come and eat him up? I love it. Hey, where's my arm? Anyway, it's just a thought. So we watched a lot of VeggieTales. You guys watch VeggieTales? Oh, I love watching. We've been watching so much VeggieTales. I'm getting all my theology from VeggieTales now, which is a bad thing when you're. I was on the plane a couple weeks ago. I was sitting next to an atheist, and we were talking about the Bible. And he goes, "Well, how can I believe that book? Because it was written thousands of years ago, and how can it apply to my life today?" I said, "You know why, sir? Because God is bigger than the boogeyman." and you are his cheeseburger. I think I've made my point. So, been married 4 years as of last week. 4 years, it's been great. I love being married. We got married on, thank you, 4 people. We got married 4 years ago. We got married on July 30th, 2004. Here's the thing, we were supposed to get married on May 22nd, a couple months before that. The day before the wedding, my wife and I got into a huge argument. We broke up the day before the wedding. One of the saddest days of my life. But the good news was I saved a bunch of money on car insurance by switching to Geico. So it was... Now people ask me, Rich, how did you know she was the one? She told me. That's how that usually works. You know what? I love marriage. Marriage is amazing. It's a marriage. God created marriage, and I love it so much, and I've learned a lot. I think, here's the thing. I think when God was creating the woman up in heaven, I think he was walking around heaven going, what can I create that would confuse and baffle the man so much, his only choice is going to be to turn to me. Oh, you guys are... I've learned so much being married. I've learned one day we're going to be able to explore the surface of the sun. All we're going to have to do is send up 2 women in a rocket ship up to the sun, because it doesn't matter how hot it gets. One of them will always go, I'm cold. I'm cold. Are you cold? I'm cold, honey. I'm cold. Can we turn the heat on the lava? I'm cold. I also realize we'll never have women referees in professional football. That will never happen. You know why? Because she'll ref a game, throw a flag. The guy's like, what'd I do? You know what you did. Mm-hmm. And in the next play, she'll throw another flag. The guy's like, what'd I do now? I seem to recall something from the first half, and it just came to me right now. And 15 yards. Here's a big difference between men and women that I didn't realize until 6 months into our marriage, was I realized that men and women shower differently. That was a huge revelation for me. Because here's the thing, a man when he showers has 2 things. He has shampoo and a bar of soap, maybe. And those 2 things are interchangeable. Anytime. And if he runs out of both, he just grabs some toothpaste. A lady, when she showers, has 248 things, all bought at the produce section at Walmart. She always starts out with that apricot and cilantro shampoo fortified with 98 vitamins and minerals, and then a mango papaya conditioner with sweet and sour sauce on the side. Then she does a sugar-based facial scrub with a feather from a baby penguin. And then she finishes it off with a ginger and frappuccino body wash. Why do you women want to smell like a fruit? Do you really want a guy going up to you going, you have great hair? I want a banana. Why are there fruit flies over your hair? That's odd. What is that? Marriage is a great institution. It's one of those things, we had these kids and it was great. We were so excited whenever, we had our kids. And here's the thing, I don't know, when our first kid was, when we were pregnant, I was so, I was excited and we were excited. And here's the thing, we were going to all the birthing classes and all the, instructional, watching everything. And people were lying to us for 9 months. They were lying to you. They were all lying. They would make up, there was this lie, and people would just continue to tell us this lie that whenever your baby's born, it's the most beautiful thing you'll ever see. I don't know who made up this lie. So I'm thinking, I'm all excited, and we run to the, to 9th month, we run into the, ER room, and they put her legs up on the cup holders, and we're just waiting, and we're excited, and the baby comes out, and all I can think of is Woo! And when the baby came out, it was 9 different colors. It's like, great, doctor, my wife just had a bag of Skittles. It's great. But babies are so much fun. I love babies. Aren't they cool? They're just like, my favorite part about the baby, have you guys seen the poopy face? You ever see it? They're just hanging out, having a good old time, like, Babies have so much freedom we can never have as adults, can't they? I mean, we can never be at a job interview. So, Mr. Praytor, tell us some of the qualifications you have for this upcoming position. Oh, love baby. When my daughter was 1.5, we went to McDonald's and she just got introduced to the McDonald's playroom. True story. I'm sitting there, I'm hanging out with my newborn, and we're just sitting there. She goes in to the tube fully clothed, and then she came out buck naked. Daddy, I was hot. Again, freedoms we can never have as adults. That's amazing. Well, I tell you what, it was so great. My kids are beautiful to me, and my wife's beautiful to me, and I'm so thankful that, she's the woman I chose to, have our kids, and then I'm going to share my life with. Because I had a couple of horror stories back in the day. About 7 years ago, I went out with this one girl. And here's the thing too, if you're single, you got to make sure you marry someone that has the same relationship with Jesus that you do. That is so important to a healthy marriage. Because I made a mistake about 7 years ago. I went out with this one girl. We didn't believe in the same stuff, so we had to break up. I was a Christian. She happened to be the devil. So here's the thing. Our first date, I'm saying, I should have saw, we went on this first date, and, she was going to law school, and I really wanted to impress her. Went to Wendy's, just a real high-end place. So we got our food, and I bowed my head to pray, and I looked down, and she had sandals on. And she had the hairiest toes I had ever seen in my life. You ever look at somebody that just go, oh. I went home, I looked it up on the internet. There's a word for people who have this. It's called nasty. We were over at a friend's house, we're watching TV, and she leans over to me and she goes, Rich, whisper sweet nothings to me. I'm gonna buy you a razor. And then it gets worse. Then she wants me to play with her toes, massage her feet, be romantic. So I'm trying to give her the hint. I'm trying to let her know without hurting her feelings too much. I'm like, sweetie, this little piggy went to Supercuts. This little piggy needed a comb. This little piggy was Chewbacca. This little piggy had an afro. And this little piggy went nair, 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 all the way home. And this little, why do you have 6 toes? No. So that's my dating experience, but we'll leave you with this. This is something I read in a newspaper a couple months ago. Have you heard about this? Some of the atheist organizations are trying to remove the under God out of the Pledge of Allegiance. Have you heard about this? And I don't mean to make fun of the atheist organizations, but, well, here we go. Here's the thing. They say they want to take the under God out. And I say, go ahead and take it out. But you're going to have to replace it with something just to be fair to us believers. And you can replace it with something like this. Here's a new Pledge of Allegiance for the kid who walks into school, puts down his books to stand up to say the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under a blue sky, formed by chance through a random process of organization against uncalculable odds and in complete opposition to the laws of physics, probability, and entropy, paying no attention to our forefathers who founded this country on biblical principles without the aid or direction of any higher power, and for no reason whatsoever, indivisible with liberty and justice for all. Hey, God bless you guys. Have a great, great rest of the night.
Rich Praytor, ladies and gentlemen, give him a hand.